There they go into the back. The blue line on. We have a race, and Satnova's beaten Pure Steel out by a length and a half.
Welcome to Talking Trots, hosted by Morts and Michael Radley on Tab Radio, Racing and Sport.
The sensational Sydney sider, Seals to Sam, comes off the back straight. He's a bucket load of alliteration, this fellow.
Scott Bomber Hill will join the boys to look at the Friday night meeting at Gloucester Park, and Hayden King will find the winners for the weekend's racing.
Here comes Quinny. I'm the mighty Queen, is 4 deep and letting go.
Sit back and enjoy Talking Trots with Morts and Michael Radley.
I'm the mighty Queen is just in front. Dasher VC can do no more, and the West Australian champion has done it again.
Yes, hello and welcome to another big edition of Talking Trots, where we're going to discuss the big feature race of tomorrow night, which is the GPHR Diamond Classic at Group 2 level for the 2-year-old fillies. And I'll tell you what, it's a ripper of a race. Xceptional Arma is the favourite. We'll speak to her driver, Maddison Brown, very shortly, but the unbeaten Waterloo, plus there's been money for a few other runners as well, and including one that Bomber likes, which we'll get to later in the show. So really looking forward to the first of these big 2-year-old races that's going to set off this summer carnival. As I welcome into the program Glen Mortimer. How are you, Morts?
Inspector Radley, always good to be here, thank you. Another great result last week with our man Bomber, plus 8 units, and the multi at $3. Thank you very much. Our man Hayden, just the one from 3 at Calabarin on the Sunday, but big night last Friday night at Gloucester Park. Very confident drive by junior aboard August Moon, just knew when to take off and far too good, and then very well rated drive by tonight's guest aboard Arma X Factor. Loved that drive, 156.2 for the sprint journey, just worked to the breeze nice and easily, didn't do a lot of work, just got there and parked outside. Very nice drive, great drive, Chris Vogt to keep Kimball locked away on the turn and then get the loot. Aboard What a Bro, $31, thank you very much. Tenzing Bromac, just too much, too good. You also find once it stepped, made it very difficult for the back markers in the Retrovision Marathon. Hoppy's Way just absolutely sprouted wings over the last 50. October Rain, Junior threaded the eye of the needle there to get up and win. And Vegas Strip in the last, Denny was like a statue on board that horse. Did not move a muscle.
Very good.
I think it's better than very good, Michael. I think it's a really nice horse. Yeah. Friday night at GP, Team Bond got a double, and the very powerful Michael Young stable also got a double. 4 to Junior, surprise, surprise. Sunday at Calabarin. Now this was a day to enjoy. Peter Anderson got a treble, and my man, Trent Wheeler, got 5. And that doesn't surprise me that he would get 5.
What might surprise, listening to One Out, One Back with Matt Young during the week. First ever time he's driven 5 winners on a program. So congratulations, Trent. And
outstanding.
Yeah, tell you what, the last couple of years has just been, he just continues to drive at that consistent level where he's just winning race after race after race. And he's driven multiple winners, multiples virtually every week. But
almost read his name every week, but to see him get 5 was great.
Fantastic.
Monday at Pinjarra, Mitch Miller got a double. Tuesday at Gloucester Park, Team Bond got a treble. Kevin Keys got a double, Denny got a treble, and Chris Lewis got a double. And Wednesday at Bunbury, Giles Inwood got a double. And then Chris Lewis in the driving ranks got a double, along with Dylan Edgerton Green. Very busy week. Looking forward to, I know I say this every week, but I really am looking forward to tonight's guests. Got 7 drives out of 10. And
a lot of very good chances.
Really good chances.
Including the main race, which is the 2-year-old Diamond Classic Group 2, $100,000. The heats were 9 days ago, 10 days leading into tomorrow night's big race, and she was favourite and just did exactly what everyone thought she would. Xceptional Arma. As before we introduce Maddison, let's listen to Xceptional Arma winning her heat of the Diamond Classic.
San Remo Beach struggling. Out wider on the track is Chili Punter putting in a run. Xceptional Arma tapped along by Brown is clear. Leads by 4 or 5 metres. Princess Katie giving chase. And then Chili Punter, but Xceptional Arma doing it well. Over Princess Katie. Chili Punter the outside, then Amaretto Angel. But Xceptional Arma comes away to win it well by about 3 metres to Princess Katie. A metre.
Yeah, that was win number 5 from only start number 9 with 3 minors. It's a great record, Xceptional Arma, and her driver joins us on the program right now, Maddison Brown. Maddison, welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mort. Good evening, Radley. How are you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, Maddison. And this filly, she's just done a wonderful job. She's had a couple of great battles with Waterloo over her short career and gets a chance to turn the tables on her tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, as soon as I seen the barrier draw, I was quite happy about that. Yeah, the key to the race will definitely be at the start. Hopefully, we can do enough to lead, and then I think it's our race to lose if we can get to the top. I
agree. I think if you do get to the front, then you're going to be exceptionally hard to beat. You've clashed twice with Waterloo for 2 seconds, one in the Sales Classic and one in the Gold Bracelet. So I'm sure getting the chance to turn the tables here in this Group 2 Diamond Classic would be high on your agenda, Maddison.
Yeah, absolutely. It would mean the world to me if I could win this for the group of owners and for Dad. Winning a Group 2 Dad will probably be one of my best feats. I know I've won a Group 1, but just doing it for Dad would mean the world to me. So this filly's in exceptional form after she's come back from a little try over east. And, she's been ticking all the boxes leading up to this race, that's for sure.
How did she come through the Sydney trip? Because it was fairly rushed because she had to race on the Friday night and then jump on the plane and get her over there and race under much different conditions, and it was wet and rainy as well, so it wasn't great conditions for weather-wise. Yeah. How did she come through?
Yeah, it was pretty crappy, to be honest, just the whole setup and how, if WA contenders do want to go over there and have their place in the final is just so rushed, and I don't think it's really fair. Obviously, being 2-year-olds as well, a big trip like that was just wasn't ideal. But she stayed over there for a little bit and let down, and then come home and then had a little let up over here as well. So she didn't take too much hurt from the trip, and if anything, she's probably come back better.
Yeah, well, she's had two starts this time back in for 2 wins. But as you said, a 2-year-old travelling, it's hard enough travelling with a seasoned horse. So travelling with a 2-year-old, has its difficulties. But to come back and to have won 2 races, she obviously didn't take much harm out of that. Bit of money for the one horse in the race on Friday night as well. So the draws certainly made it a very interesting race. But obviously it's just come out and make sure you get to the front and just increase your position.
Yeah, absolutely. That's sort of I've got to put all my eggs in one basket there. The start is just absolutely crucial in this race, and I haven't been too lucky with getting the front of Hayden as of late. So, I'm going to have to be pretty fair dinkum at the start. And, if I get to the top, I think I can take a breath. And if I don't, I've got to go to plan B. And I think she's still good enough to run a good race if I don't get to the top. She's a great little filly. But, if I do lead, I think, that's just the key to the race right there.
And you mentioned the owners, Liam O'Connor and Jim Curry, who also bred her. And tell you what, the mares had 4 foals, all have won over $75,000 in prize money. They've been great supporters of your family, Maddison, and they continue to produce really, really good horses.
Yeah, they do. And obviously Dad sort of trained and driven, and Dad's handed the reins over now, so I'm grateful that they've put a lot of trust in me, especially in these big races. It does mean a lot.
Well, you've certainly had some good success in big races, and in particular on a horse that does like to lead, which is Diego. So you rate him beautifully in front, and there's no reason why you can't rate this one tomorrow night. Like you said, just be special given the family tie up in the Group 2 and a big race. So, but before you get to that race, you've got a couple of other.
They're actual. The trophy is a diamond necklace, Maddison. So you should push up and see if you get the cash, and see if you can take that home.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. But coming up in race number 2, Maddison, you've got Armour X Factor, drawn number 4. last start, as I said, very well rated to get the win. Kimball in the field, which was a bit unlucky last week, and the hood goes on Regal Cheval from the number 1. So how do we see this race playing out?
Obviously, I know Dad's horse, Regal Cheval, driven him a fair few times, and I know he grows a leg in front. So I dare say Dad will want to be leading that race. So looking at the speed map with Dad leading, I think I might find myself maybe 1-1 on What's Up Sunshine, which is probably not a bad spot. Up on the speed, that's where he likes to be, and like you said, he's in really good form. So if those two go to war a bit, maybe I'll have the last crack at them.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race because, as I said, you've got Kimball in there as well. Rockaball's been racing really, really well. And What's Up Sunshine. So it's a cracking field. So just hoping for a little bit of luck late. And then in race 3, you're aboard Beat City for the very powerful Michael Young stable. Has been in pretty good form. The main danger is back on the fence in barrier 10, which is Street Hawk, and number 5 comes out, so you'll actually come in and start from number 5. So must be an each-way chance, Beat City?
Yeah, I think so, the way he's racing. I don't think I've ever breezed on him before last start, but he gave me an awesome feel. He actually travelled really well. No, they went slow early and sprinted home, but he travelled really well. He doesn't travel all that well usually in the run, and I have to really get the plugs out and get up him and let him know when to go. So he travelled awesome in the breeze, but I'm not sure where I get to here in this race. But he's racing in really good form, so I dare say he is a definite chance in that.
Yeah, like you said, that's why it was an each-way chance, because it is a little bit hard to see where you could finish up in that race. There's a bit of early speed, so it should be an interesting race. And then in race 4, as I said, you've got 7 drives on the 10. Could we just go straight to the last race, Michael? No, okay. Race number 4, October Rain. What a great drive that was last start by Gary Hall Jr. Just threaded the eye of the needle and managed to get through and get up and win that. Drawn the 3 here. Got the odds-on favourite in 1 and the second favourite in 11. Another one with a good each-way chance?
I think so. I think he went really good first up, obviously, last week. It was a great drive by Junior. I don't think I've sat behind this one of Youngies before, and I know he can get a bit keen and stuff on the gate. So I'll just probably be looking to get across to the moving line and find some cover early so he doesn't get pulling throughout the race.
And then, of course, Xceptional Arma. We're on that to lead and win, which is good. And get the Group 2 in race 6. You're aboard the Mustang. Interesting race. Only 6 horses in the field. Pretty wide open. Himself, the short price favourite. Just look to get a soft run in transit there?
Yeah, I think so. Himself has pretty good gate speed. He doesn't have a lot of speed in the race, but his gate speed is good enough. I think he'd be able to hold me. I haven't spoken to Youngie, but the Mustang's been racing really well off of a sit and really finding the line. So I think we'll just go to the rail and let him run home again.
He found the line very well. Came again very well last week. So should be interesting the last race. Very interesting race. Only a small field, 7 horses, but boy, there's some talent in there, and you're aboard one, which is Velocipede, drawn better than the other 2 chances in the race, with Rocket City drawing 5 and Rolling Fire drawing 7. What's going to happen here, Maddison?
Yeah, well, hopefully we can lead. Obviously, Rocket City has quite a bit of gate speed, but when I drove, the last time I drove Velocipede, he came out the gate really good, and I wasn't really asking him. So I think I have enough speed to hold Rocket City, and if we lead, we'll be holding. And I think in front, he should be able to do enough to win. We do have an opinion of the horse, but like you said, he's a cracking little field.
Yeah, and the 25-36, no concerns, very comfortable with that. Just get to the front and roll along.
I don't think so. I don't think he's been over the 25 before, but one of seniors, and I think he's 6 runs back, so he's definitely fit enough. The 25 shouldn't worry him at all.
No, usually seniors don't stop too often.
No, they don't. Well, Maddison, I do wish you very well in getting 6 out of 7. So,
yeah, more to be cheering for you for 6 of those drives, Maddison. If that helps you.
You got a fabulous book of drives all night, though. You must be thrilled with some of those. There's some really good, really really good chances. Plus the big chance in the main race. So it's a cracking, should be a cracking night for you.
Yeah, it is. I've been getting quite a few nice drives on Fridays and always look forward to it. But yeah, tomorrow's extra special, I guess, and hopefully we can get the win for Dad.
Yeah, so it'll be special now. Diego must be back soon, wouldn't he?
I'd imagine so. Maddison, have you got any reports on Diego, how he's coming back?
I haven't seen him that much, to be honest. I don't spend that much time around the stables here, but I did give him a pat when I fed up just before, and he looks good. Reports Monica drove him track work the other day, and Shane Butcher's partner, and she said that he felt really good. So I'm looking forward to him coming back and getting behind him again.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Going to be an exciting time coming up for you, and kicks off tomorrow night where you get a big chance to take out the Group 2 GPHR
Diamond Classic.
So
yeah, really appreciate your time, Maddison. Good luck tomorrow night, and hopefully you can win it for your dad and also great supporters of the stable in Liam and Jim.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Good on you. Maddison Brown there, who driving great form, driving
Certainly
plenty of
is.
winners.
Michael.
Last couple of years have been her best years and just continues to improve.
That's a excellent book of drives tomorrow night. 7 out of 10, and probably 6 have got a chance
and get to play a major part in
chances.
a lot of races because of the horses that she's driving as well, like tactically as well. So
just hope she gets rolled in the last.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Now, race 6 where she's driving the Mustang. Happy birthday, Hubert Tucker. Hubert's 97 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, turning 97, I think on the 20th.
97.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's a member of Gloucester Park, comes every week. And,
at 97, good on him.
I don't think, well, I'm not going to make it more, so I hope you do.
It's a long way away, Michael.
Yes, it is.
A long way away.
Yes, it is. So, good happy birthday to Hubert. As I said, he's a Gloucester Park member who's there every Friday night. Now, getting close to Eureka, Morts, and another one has been locked in. The Loaders have locked in their horse Rip for the Hewitts. So, I think just about the Singer could be the last one.
No Wonderful to Fly.
No Wonderful to Fly, unfortunately.
Disappointing, but that's the way it goes.
The tyranny of distance and just the obstacles in her way to get over there and give her the prep. And we heard from Maddison about how hard it was for their team to get over and race and the different to acclimatise to those speeds as well at Menangle. Like it usually takes a couple of runs just to acclimatise to the track and get your bearings and stuff like that. So it was always going to be a tough ask, but Shane's obviously it's disappointing for Shane, but now she'll just target the mares races and then the Retrovision Golden Nugget, which as a 4-year-old she gets the mares races and then into the Nugget. So
she's got plenty to look forward to. Would have been great to see her go around the Singo because we know she would have been ultra competitive and more than likely got a start in the Eureka, but not to be. Looking forward to the Eureka. It's going to be a great race. 2 or 3 weeks.
The first. So I think it's the 3rd of September, 2nd of September, the first Saturday. First Saturday in September, and interesting to see that they're starting to change over there their race orders. So much more like us, where we put our feature races sort of towards the front of the meeting. Mm-hmm. Last week they had at Melton they had the first the first 3 races were the better class of races for punting and stuff like that. Catch a Wave, and this week I think Singo is race number. If I can say, I think it's race number 3 Singo on Saturday night at Menangle. So so interesting just now how everyone's It's to maximise wagering. All these things have got to come into focus of programming, especially the race orders are important to make sure you're maximising the wagering and getting, over there at 6:20. So you're on the back of the races, and Singo promoting it as well. You might get to see some of those thoroughbred punters come across, or more of the thoroughbred punters come across and investing.
And it's important that with the programming of races that, you just don't look at a race and go, well, on a Friday night at Gloucester Park, it's only a country stake, so therefore
100%.
So therefore it should be race 10, because it actually may be the most competitive betting race on the night. So rather than having it late, race 10, you have it earlier where it's people get a chance to bet on it. So it's like you said, getting that race order right, to make sure that you maximise every opportunity for betting in that right time of
and it adds up. If you do it right every week, the cumulative effect is big. So now this segment is brought to you by Steel Blue Boots, built for comfort, made for work. We got well over 700 stockists nationwide, and they are a mark of true skill. And our man, Ross Fitzgerald,
the great man.
He is the great man. Been off again. Oh, actually, he's on holidays, isn't he?
He's
taking a well-deserved break. His lovely wife, Karen,
in Italy at the moment. So he'll be enjoying some of the Chianti or whatever they have over there.
I reckon Karen will get to see more on the holiday than she does normally.
Yeah.
Because he's travelling so much and working.
Yeah, no, it should be great. But be across there having a good time, and he'll be traipsing around Italy in a pair of steel blues, you can be guaranteed, because they are designed for comfort, durability and choice, backed by a 30-day, 100% comfort guarantee. And when you're walking around Italy, you want to be comfortable. So,
yeah, you sure do.
A mark of true skill.
Hopefully it's cooled down a little bit over there. It was a bit hot not that long ago.
Bit hot.
And they had a bit of a heat wave, so hopefully it's cooled down to the perfect temperature for the...
he'll find a good spot somewhere.
All right, it's time to take a break here on Talking Trots, and we just spoke to Maddison Brown, and what a good job she's been doing, and also what a good job the Arma horses are doing, and the full relation. Arma X Factor goes around. We spoke about it, and it's got a great chance in one of the earlier races on Friday night, and as you said last week, was a beautifully...
It was a great drive.
Yeah.
Really good drive. Just took the time, got to the breeze, and then just parked out there and rated beautifully and got the money. So,
all right, as we go to the break, let's listen to Arma X Factor getting the cash with a well-judged drive from Maddison Brown.
But Arma X Factor got the neck in front, further back getting wiggy with it in the straight. Arma X Factor's drawn clear now, got about 3 metres in front of Blue Blazer giving chase, but Arma X Factor the leader from Blue Blazer, and then Robbie Easton. Arma X Factor's in front of Blue Blazer and Robbie Easton. Arma X Factor in front, and too good Arma X Factor from the breezes, won by 2 metres. Second Blue Blazer, 3 metres away is Robbie Easton.
You are listening to Talking Trots with Morts and Michael Radley.
Ronaldo's trying to wear him down. Next quarter in 28.4 in the straight. Tenzing Bramac, Mighty Ronaldo the outside. Tenzing Bramac, then the Mustang. Tenzing Bramac comes back hard. The Mustang's going to come late. Fighting on strongly, Mighty Ronaldo, but Tenzing Bramac's in front of Mighty Ronaldo. And Tenzing Bramac, he had the fitness and he got the money. Mighty Ronaldo was very good first up.
Yes, he was very good first up, Mighty Ronaldo, but Tenzing Bramac won the battle of tactics. It started with the Mustang crossing and then the retake, and then Tenzing Bramac holding the front, but and was very good. Lock wheels coming around the turn. Morts, you must have been pleased though with his performance, Mighty Ronaldo.
Thought he went super. Went really well. As I said, just lock wheels, but we were making a lot of ground, but we had sustained a fairly long run, so I think it would have been an extremely close finish. Either way, but no, very happy with the run.
Yes, no, once again. And Tenzing Bramac continues to be very progressive and
very nice horse.
Mustang found the line as well after crossing early. So.
Yeah, no, very nice horse, Tenzing Bramac. So
certainly is.
Certainly no disgrace running second to it, that's for sure.
No, this segment is brought to you by Retrovision, your local WA electrical appliance specialist. Would have been better if he won for you doing
this. It certainly would have been.
RAC members receive an additional 5% every day on the best price, Morts.
We do. You do. Everybody does. 5%. Just go and see your local team and just tell them you're part of the 16 that listen to Talking Trots, the Talking Trots community, and I'm sure they'll give you that little bit extra.
Yeah, tell them Mort sent you and they will look after you. All
Sure
right.
will.
It's a big hello to our form expert who's been in good form, Scott Bomber Hill. Bomber, how are you?
Excellent, thanks, Brad. Yourself?
Yeah, good. You got the Tenzing Bromac race correct?
Yes, I had a little bit concerned there. I knew Morts was fairly confident with Mighty Ronaldo, and rightly so, he went very well.
Yes, no, it was. I think it's going to be a race that we can follow the form out of, I think, for sure. Now, let's get into this week's. There's a 10 race card on tomorrow night. We know that because Morts has got one in the last, and it's past his bedtime.
Very happy to be in the last. But the Bomber, I had to go out and buy a bigger wallet this week because after the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's just been incredible. It's been a great. So let's make sure we continue that winning run. Hey, it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let's
hope so, Morts. I hope so.
let's hope we can, because the first is at 5:26. The first race we're going to look at is race number 3, though, which is the Garrard's Horse and Hound, and it is over the 2130 metres. Let's have a look at the market they've put up early. Strawny is at $8. Henwood Bay $51. Getting wiggy with it is at $34.
Michael, mine?
I just got to do the song.
This is an 18.
Ow. Master Publisher at $2.70. Scratch Moonlight Drive. Beat City at $6.50. Cloud 9 at $15. Who's the Dad at $5.50. Miss Tiano at $81. Street Hawk at $2.70. And Blue Blazer at $34. Bomber, what have you got for race number 3?
Yeah, I thought it was a lovely drop in grade for Street Hawk here. He's been doing all the work at his last couple, and I think Denny will have him off the fence here pretty early, taking luck out of the equation, and from there he's got a couple of options. If they're running along, he can come with one run, but if they want to drop anchor, we know that he can run to the breeze, and that doesn't affect him at all. So I'd actually prefer to see him come with one run here if they run along in front, which they may do. There's a bit of speed off the front, so hopefully a few kicks through and he gets his opportunity just to be the dive bomber here. And I really do think it's only the Paul Barry allowing us to get on. And, we get a nice price, I think, a very good horse.
Yeah, certainly has, Bomber, that barrier 10. Couple of tough runs, last couple of starts, has really been out there, making the play out there in the breeze, and this is should be a lot easier than what the last couple of runs. And if we can get off the fence and get into a good spot, then all of a sudden the $2.70 is probably looking like a lot less. So race 3, number 10, Street Hawk for Team Bond and Denny Roberts. What's our staking plan?
Yeah, 2-unit bet more, so I think definitely the class run of the race, and hopefully they run along nice and quick for him.
All right, the next race we're going to look at is the feature of the night. This is the GPHR 2-year-old Diamond Classic for the fillies at Group 2 level, over the 2130 metres and $100,000 on offer for the fillies tomorrow night. Let's have a look at the Tab Touch market for the Diamond Classic. And we've got Miss Hepburn opened at $11 into $6. I Crossed My Heart at $10. It opened $15 and it had some support into $10. Xceptional Arma opened $1.75 out to $1.95 but holds the call. Remarkable Rock at $1.26. Liquidator $1.26. In a Wink $13 to $11. Precunious at $1.26, Chili Punter $1.26, the undefeated Waterloo $3 despite drawing the outside barrier. Then we've got Amaretto Angel at $61, Princess Katie at $31, and the Swindler at $41. Bomber, this is a really good Diamond Classic. We've got Xceptional Arma holding the call at $1.95, the unbeaten Waterloo at $3, and a little bit of support for Inner Wink and Miss Hepburn and I Crossed My Heart. Which way are we going?
Yeah, I'm with Miss Hepburn from the poll at the price. I thought the opening price was very, 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 very nice, and Hayden probably got a couple of options here, but I think he may just try and hold the front, and she's quick enough to do so, and I think once the original pressure subsides, then she'll get an opportunity to fill her lungs here for the dash home. She's very genuine. She's been very strong to the line of the last couple off the pegs, and I think getting back to the pegs here, she's going to give a great sight.
Interesting race, Bomber, and as we said, the draws really thrown this race wide apart. Some early betting moves there. Hayden de Campo, Miss Hepburn. We know how good he is in front. Xceptional Arma. tonight's guest, Maddison Brown. Certainly got to be very hard to beat, and then, Waterloo's done absolutely nothing wrong. 6 starts for 6 wins. Interesting race, Bomber. So Miss Hepburn is now into $6, been a lot of money for it. Race 5, number 1, Hayden de Campo, Miss Hepburn. What's the staking plan?
Yeah, 1 unit bet. I concede there's plenty of nice fillies in the race and probably 4 or 5 winning chances. But, I thought out in front she's going to give a sight.
All right, that is the Diamond Classic for the 2-year-old fillies. Now, last week we had Luke Edwards on, Morts, and
thoroughly enjoyed that, Michael.
I thought it was a great chat with Luke. Yeah, very doing a really good job, Luke. And Bomber's favourite filly, August Moon, in the first race. Castella de l'Aqua had impressed first up, had drawn one to lead. But once I think Junior found the running line and got cover, I think she was always going to be hard to hold out, wasn't she?
He's very confident with his drive too, knew when to take off and, get her in the race, and she was just too good.
Yeah, all right, let's take a break. Let's listen to Bomber's favourite filly, August Moon. Castella de l'Aqua, she was game in defeat. She led, but was no match for August Moon. Flame Tree ran into third place, but it was all about August Moon.
Fourth at the moment, but August Moon goes for home around the bend in 28.9 and got away from Castella de l'Aqua. They're well clear from Flame Tree, and further back is Brûlé and running on as well as Pocketful of Opals. But August Moon, she's a quality filly. It's a Captain Treacherous Quinella, and August Moon races home to win well. August Moon by 10 metres to Castella de l'Aqua, 12 metres away third. Flame Tree.
Talking Trots with Morts and Michael Radley on Tab Radio, Racing and Sport.
In Diamond Days, and also Shahadi's travelling well but can't get a run. Further back in the field, Sahara Storm, but Cyclone Charlotte's going to walk, and he hasn't moved at the moment. De Campo well clear over Special Lady. Shahadi gets up on the inside into third place late, battling on as well as Elsa May, but an easy win to Cyclone Charlotte, won by 17 metres. Second home, Special Lady.
Yeah, in her current form, was never, ever going to get beaten. Her price reflect that, Morts, and she continues on a winning way, winning the was before in 5-year-old mares.
Outstanding form she is in. Absolutely outstanding.
Yep, she's...
Ray Williams. And
Ray, Hayden, another winner for Hayden de Campo. So Princess Charlotte just continuing on her winning way, and another $30,000 race goes to Princess Charlotte. All right. Now, we're going to jump to the end of the program. Bomber's going to go with races 9 and 10 for his final 2 races to preview. And we've got, let's have a look at race number 9. It's Blitz and Buy at $2.20, Hoppy's Way $2.80, What a Bro $13, Soho Down Joe's $17, The Kraken $71, and Raven Banner at $2.80. 6-horse field to go around. It's a select field, but tell you what, it's another interesting betting race here, where we have Blitz and Buy at $2.20, Hoppy's Way $2.80, along with Raven Banner at $2.80. Also, Bomber, which way are we going?
Yeah, I'm with Raven Banner. I think he may just have a crack from the arm here. He's got blazing gate speed, and it has to be all or nothing, because you can't win if he doesn't cross. But I think if he does cross, he's probably an even money chance, if not shorter, in this field. And I think Hoppy's Way will drop straight on the stablemate's back, and Blitz and Buy's a nice enough beginner, which should mean the others all go back off the arm. And yeah, I think Denier can have a throw at the stumps early, and if he does cross, I can't see them beating him.
He certainly flew the gate last start, that's for sure. Got straight to the lead. Hoppy's Way, I would have given you any price with 50 metres to go, and it just absolutely sprouted wings and got them all. So interesting race, small field. Always throws up something a little bit different. So race 9, Bomber. Horse number 6, need to see it come straight off the arm, get to the front and just increase its lead. What's our staking plan for Raven Banner?
I think we can go to the bar either way straight after the start. If he's in front, we're pretty happy. If he's not, we know our fate. But, 2-unit bet, I'll give him a real chance of crossing.
2 units. Okay.
Yeah, all right. That is Hoppy's Way in race number 9. And to finish off...
that's Raven Banner.
Raven Banner, sorry.
Raven Banner
in the last over Hoppy's Way.
Very competitive race,
It is. And we're going to finish off the night at 9:55, Morts. You'll be counting it down.
Don't you have any say around...
No, I don't. That just proves it, doesn't it? It just proves it. I don't have any say in the race order. Yeah. Let's have a look at the last race. And they're all against us here, Morts, as well. You and me.
Good.
We're 2 out.
That's good.
We've got Stapleton at 151, Elwoodell at $23. Velocipede, who Hayden King's very keen on, he told us off air, at $3. Barbados at $81. Rocket City is your favourite at $2.50, or equal favourite, I should say. Lucapello at $7. And Rolling Fire at $2.50. So Rocket City and Rolling Fire at $2.50. Velocipede at $3. Bomber, which way are you going?
Went against Morts last week, and this week I go against the both of you.
Yes.
I'm actually with Rocket City. I thought he would spear across Velocipede. I know Hayden thinks differently, but that's what this game's all about, opinion, and we'll know soon after the start. But I thought Rocket City would lead, and over the long trip the first time for the 3-year-olds, they won't be out to break any records, I wouldn't think. So I thought it probably becomes a 1,200-metre race, and Rocket City, he's ran a 155 mile here in front, and whilst I concede Rolling Fire's the better horse, I just think on the pegs, with that late sort of 800 to 1,000-metre sprint home, he's going to take plenty of catching.
He's certainly going to take plenty of catching, Bomber. There's no doubt about that, and I believe he will get caught. But that's just my opinion, Bomber. And like you said, this is it's all about opinions. But it's a very interesting race, and there's the three obvious, standout selections there, and then you've got Lucapello as well, who's a very handy horse. So should be an interesting affair. Can't wait. 9:55. That's something to look forward to. Race 10, number 5, Rocket City for Dylan Edgerton Green. What's the staking plan, Bomber?
Yeah, he's a 2-unit bet, but I think given that you're probably going to open that new wallet of yours here, Morts, we can probably wait and we might get a drift on Rocket City because, there might be big money for Rolling Fire coming here.
Oh, there could be $5 each way from that wallet, Bomber, but no, it's a fascinating race, really is. And as I said, these smaller fields sometimes can throw a couple of curveballs, but be a good way to finish off the night. And what's a great night's pacing with the Diamond Classics. So
I haven't. There's not a multi on your correspondence, Bomber, but have you got a multi for us?
I do, a 2-legger.
Yeah.
I think race 1, number 9. I think he can probably lead.
Fire Rock.
Yeah,
Fire
Roll.
Currently about $2 in early markets.
I think he'll cross from the 9, and if he does cross, like if he drew 1 in this field, for instance, I think he'd be a 3's on chance. So, I'm really happy to be with him at the even money, and into Cotton On in race 4, I think he'll just lead and win.
Okay, Cotton On, which is in the San Simeon.
Race 4, number 1.
Race 4, number 1, and he's currently at 145.
I was just trying to get the nod of approval on race 1 from
Hayden. Normally spot on. $2.90 that all up currently. Even money into 145. Yeah, we're getting the nod.
Yeah, I thought he would probably lead and win, but I thought he'd be more than $2. I wouldn't be backing him at $2.
Okay.
That's my very humble opinion.
And you are.
You've been spot on. You've been spot on lately.
Yep.
So, all right. That is, we've got Fire Rock, Fire Roll into Cotton On. So it's the 3-year-old up against the older horses in the San Simeon. Oh, Bomber. Mate, you're still leading the NRL tipping contest against me, but apparently your AFL season's all over.
A bit like your AFL team.
A bit like Essendon. I was gone quite a few weeks ago.
Yes.
But, I'm still battling on hard there in the NRL. I've got a one game lead, and it's been a tough struggle. I can't quite put that sort of 2-length margin on them. But
yes. Anyway, it's the Knights versus Souths is the big game we're all waiting for this week on Sunday. So could determine who goes into the 8 and who doesn't. But hopefully my beloved Knights get through. Hopefully you've tipped them, Bomber, and you can keep on your merry way.
Let's hope so.
All right, mate. Good on you. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
There we go. Scott Bomber Hill, who's been in great form, Morts.
Unbelievable form, Michael.
And you know who we haven't needed?
The great man.
The Nude Nut. And this segment was brought to you by Loans 123, Car Loans, Debt Consolidations, or your personal finance TDSE.
The great man, Steve Sell, or more commonly known as the Nude Nut.
Affectionately known as
the Nude Nut.
The Nude Nut. Loans123.com.au or 1800
100, 100.
Yes, and they're still doing the things the banks can't.
Certainly are, and he's just been not required the last 3 or 4 weeks. Bomber's been in. There was a 10 unit, 8, couple of 5s.
Yeah, multis getting up. Hopefully
it continues.
It gets 3 out of 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
For us, but anyway, where there's life, there's hope. All right, it's time to take a break here, and as we go to the break, there's another good race, the Stand Start. It's not the Rich Vision this week; it's the Nova 93.7 condition pace.
Must have missed that one. What number is that, Mike?
Race number 7. We got You're So Fine, who got the cash last week at $1.80. Again, we got the rematch with Watching Our Coin at $8.50 and Steal the Show, who was ran second last week at $2.20. So $1.80, You're So Fine against Steal the Show, $2.20. So a rematch for the Stand Start. And as we go to the break, let's listen to You're So Fine pulling it too much for the gallant Steal the Show.
Okay, and they're clear from Watching Our Coin. Arden's Horizon, Blitz and Buy and Beat the Bank getting out. You're So Fine is clear though, doing it well over Steal the Show, and they're clear now from Blitz and Buy down the outside with Arden's Horizon. But You're So Fine is coming right away, and this very progressive type for the Halls is going to win the marathon comfortably. You're So Fine won by 6 metres. Second home, Steal the Show, a very good effort. 8 metres Arden.
You are listening to Talking Trots with Morts and Michael Radley.
Prince of Pain, but it's Wave Rider in 30.1, dashing away from them. Court Can Run, ran into second place, coming through as Grievous quite nicely, and then Prince of Pain. But Wave Rider's going to bolt in. It's out by 8 metres. Good battle for the Miners, hanging on. Court Can Run on the inside. Wave Rider won by 6.5 metres to Court Can Run. A metre away.
Yeah, he continued on his winning way, Wave Rider. And that was 4 from 4 now for Wave Rider, and he goes into the Pearl Classic next week as the fastest qualifier, rated 156.8. The other 2 Pearl Classics were to Team Bond.
10 to the dozen.
Yeah, 10 to the dozen, who rated 158.3.
Now, Michael, in that race,
Little Master.
In that race, Menem Shah was a big run.
Yep.
Put into it by Hayden de Campo and really fought on really well, and ran 10 to the dozen to a...
Yeah, did a great job.
Yep.
Had to do all the work.
Really good. Little Master did what he had to do.
Yeah.
And Wave Rider drew 1, so he was always going to be hard to beat. But no, Menem Shah was big run, and should be an interesting final.
Yeah, barrier draw is going to be very interesting in this because there is a couple of nice horses that... that
make a big difference.
If they draw to lead, are going to make their presence felt. So, and plus you got there's a few class horses in there as well. So really good, the Pearl Classic, the Hoist Talk Pearl Classic, which is Friday week. So looking forward to that. 100,000 Group 2
for sure.
100,000 Group 2 for the Pearl Classic, much like the Diamond Classic this week. Well, it's a big hello, or once again, to Hayden King. Hayden, how are you going?
Yeah, I'm going okay.
Going okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just okay.
Yeah. You got to maintain equilibrium. Level out the highs and lows. Nothing is ever as great or as grave as it seems.
I knew there'd be
very well.
I knew there'd be a reason. I was just waiting for it, so I appreciate it.
You do.
Whenever I ask you a question, I always get a good balanced answer, so I like that.
Yes, indeed. You look like you're in equilibrium.
Good. Is that like a symmetrical thing? Like
you got it.
A proportionate figure.
I'm never expecting you to get too excited, except for that horse. What do you call?
Hoo-ah.
It's racing again Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday at Northam.
Northam.
Yeah, and I'm tipping against it.
Oh no! All right, that's we got Northam Saturday night, and there's 8 races on Saturday night at Northam. The first at 5:56, and then we've got Pinjarra Monday, big 10 race card at Pinjarra. The first at 12:16, and then Narrogin this Tuesday night. They've got a Tuesday night meeting. 9 races. The first at 4:45, but Northam is that where we're going to go and try and find a few winners, Hayden?
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 there, and then I've got a sneaky one for Monday at Pinjarra.
Okay,
that's good. You do owe us. I was looking at the ledger the other night. Just Bomber's been pulling his weight. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Well, his Friday night Gloucester Parks have been pretty close when he's just thrown one in.
Yep.
So that sort of balances.
I'll throw one in for Gloucester Park tomorrow night.
There you go, yeah.
Okay.
Usually spot on there.
Mm.
And you're there on Friday night. You did the Did you do the late mail on Friday night?
I think so.
Friday night? Were you
That's a
there?
long time ago. That was 6 days ago.
You did.
I think
You
so.
did, yeah.
Was that
Yeah, it was a late change.
Late call-up.
I wasn't meant to be there,
Yeah.
but I was there.
I was surprised to hear your dulcet tones.
Mm.
But did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, did a great job.
Yeah, as always.
So what do you got for us?
Okay, race 1 at Northam on Saturday, number 8, Get the Booth. If she can't win this, seriously, this is it. She has to win. She's got ability. She's got her tricks. But Luke seems like he sorted those out last start. She didn't do anything wrong. She just got pressured in front, and that was the ball game in the race that Hooah was able to salute in.
It's the most excited ever been, ever.
I don't know if I said it, but I actually listened to the replay and I started laughing. So that's how you know it was a real treat.
That was good.
Anyway, Get the Booth, race 1, number 8 there at Northam. She should be able to get away with this. It's a pretty low-ranking race.
Get the Booth, that's the full 2 double
Shockwave and double espresso,
Yes.
Well bred.
By Sweet Lou.
Yep.
Anyway, she's the winner.
Okay.
And then race 3, number 3, Idealicious. Now, with Sonia Zucchiati, I've noticed she's now owning this horse, and well bred by American Ideal out of Dodolicious. Obviously wasn't living up to the expectations that Team Bond had on her, but now with Sonia, she strikes a very winnable race first up there, and I think she can find the front and be too good. Race 3, number 3.
Okay, they're the
Excellent.
two from Northam. Did you say you had a sneaky one at Pinjarra?
Yeah, this horse was off the map at Pinjarra, when was it? 2 weeks ago when this race rolls around. Black Rock, it was into $1.24. I think they bet more than $3.
Race
It was just
4.
an outrageous go.
Yeah.
And then everything went wrong. It broke, it raced greenly, it just was all over the shop like a 3-wheeled trolley. And then went back to trials at Byford and went 157.9 there, working to the front just after the start. Clearly a horse that has ability, and it seems that they've got on top of those issues by going back to trials there, and this is a maiden, so pretty hard to beat. Race 4, number 5, Black Rock.
Okay, Black Rock at Pinjarra.
Condolences to anyone who invested at Pinjarra 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so that's at Pinjarra on Monday, and you said you found one of Gloucester Park on Friday night as well. We can't let you, because normally you've been pretty spot on. Oh, in the last? Is it in the last?
Oh yeah, Velocipede will just lead and win.
He's been very
You've
confident.
declared that.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Take that on board.
hope you're wrong too.
Here's the thing, Morts. I'm never wrong. Give me one occasion when I was wrong.
How long have we got?
Yeah, because you're going to take a long time to think of it, aren't you?
He thought he was wrong once, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the data was incorrect in front of me.
Yes.
Anyway, race 3, number 1, Strawny. That's my one at
Strawny.
Gloucester Park. It's $16. I think he can kick up and lead. He can roll along. He's only second up. That'll be the only thing that gets him beaten. He's at a big price, and I think he'll give them something to chase.
Chris Folk, all right. Bomber's gone with Street Hawk, and that he's very loyal to Street Hawk, is Bomber.
He's very loyal to a lot of horses.
Yeah.
August Moon, Street Hawk.
Well, August Moon hasn't let him down too much.
No.
No, to be fair.
Street Hawk's has run great races, but he just hasn't been able to win of late. So there we go. But you've gone with Strawny. So you're Strawny and Velocipede for you at Gloucester Park.
Yeah, free money in the last race.
Now, did you watch well, you would have watched the Meriden Cup on Sunday?
Yeah, Trooping of the Colour.
Yep, for Peter Anderson and Trent Whelan. As we know, Trent got 5, but good win, and Trooping of the Colour is in tomorrow night at Gloucester Park, race 1.
Yep, for Bobby Fowler.
Yep. It was a good win.
I thought there was something further where we're going with that.
No, just asking whether you watched the Meriden Cup.
No, I've called the Meriden Cup before. I remember Just Barney won it a few years ago.
Well, Michael, you would have been watching.
The Triple M Meriden Cup.
You would have been watching.
$12 as well.
Calabana?
No, I missed that one, actually. It
was a good race, Meriden Cup.
Yeah, well, they ran along. Johnny Lombo really put the foot down. Gordon had to submit to the pressure. And even though he was essentially in the 1-1 for the first half of the race, he wasn't truly getting the cover because he was lagging back off the horse ahead, who was Johnny Lombo, who was applying that pressure. So he's actually been in the breeze the whole way, Trooping of the Colour, in a sense. And he's never really done that before. So to do that first up was a really good display.
It was a very good display.
And broke through the $100,000 mark for connections. That's win number 12 with 19 placings from 76 starts. So he's done a good job by well named by Follow Stars out of From the Palace.
From the Palace?
You would have watched a few Trooping of the Colours in your time, wouldn't you? the broadcast on the ABC?
No, probably didn't. The only thing I ever watched on the ABC was Countdown, all the winners,
the cricket,
Michael. Yep.
The cricket.
Countdown was it. But Trooping of the Colour, it's in tomorrow night.
Yep. Race
good price, drawn well. That's why I thought...
I just thought there was something more sinister.
I thought he was going to lead somewhere and it just didn't.
No.
I was just asking whether we'd seen the Meriden Cup, because it's not all about Gloucester Park.
No, it's
Michael.
not.
We do like to share it across the weekend. And
we do.
The fact of Trent getting 5, my man Trent getting... That's a great effort.
It is.
Really good effort.
Yeah,
So
including the feature, which is a great effort.
Meriden
and
Cup.
he has been a nice horse, Trooping of the
he
Colours.
has.
So let's hope he brings it to Gloucester Park on Friday night. Is that it, Hayden?
Have you got anything for me?
The listeners are saying yes. Just tap out.
Well, yeah, maybe quit while we're ahead.
Our 16's probably down to about 3.
If you're sticking around now, you're pretty desperate.
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh.
For light entertainment.
Yeah, no, I'll always...
Well, let's be honest. If you're sticking around this long, you're not laughing with me. You're laughing at me.
I always enjoy the last segment.
Bit like presenting the gold logie. We're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
Yep.
All right.
So you got nothing for me?
I can talk about... Actually, I was analysing something the other day, the 10 unsettling truths about life.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the first one is there is something deeply wrong with you.
There is something deeply wrong with you.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this in terms of form analysis. I think every form analyst has a foible or something that they overemphasize and it comes to their downfall. Like I know some people, they might have a pegs bias because that's traditionally how harness races are won. But I think people overemphasize the pegs sometimes, or some people might overemphasize times. Some people might overemphasize the visuals and not consider the times. I do think you need to try to become a well-rounded form analyst rather than one who... Well, but the thing is, I don't think you know because you're so ingrained in that habit. So I think you rely on someone else to point it out to you.
Point it out and say, more.
So
you've got to think outside the square.
I encourage people to tell me what my foible is. And this is going to get really deeply psychological and
it will, and I'll
unveil a lot about me. I mean in terms of form analysis, not in terms of all the other stuff.
What you mean, but I'll certainly be giving it plenty of thought after I look and see how you perform this week, and I'll come back and perhaps give you that little Reader's Digest snapshot.
Yep,
indeed.
The Women's Weekly.
Yep,
indeed.
Maybe get a couch there and
the Cliff Notes.
Bit of therapy, and away we go.
Yeah,
sounds good. All right, looking forward to the weekend.
All right, yes, Hayden. Thanks for your time again, as always. Great, thank you for your contribution.
No worries,
Morts. Good luck. Hopefully, I see you out there just before the last. I'll be there.
Yes, I'll probably be there. Because,
you won't be at the winners' bar though.
Well,
I think I will.
It's virtually his room.
I think I will, but anyway,
he's pretty confident, Mort.
Just looking forward to the race. I think it's going to be a great race.
Anyway. Yeah, no, it's a good race. But the Diamond Classic, thanks to Maddison Brown for coming on.
She was fantastic.
Yep.
Really, really good.
And got a great chance. It's going to be a great race. I mean, Waterloo is
unbeaten in 6 starts
and looked like a superstar. Maddison's horse is flying. In a wink, I think will improve off her run. She looked like she needed the run, and plus those other couple that have drawn well that had been well supported, including Bomber's Tip. So,
if Maddison's doesn't get to the front, well then Waterloo's really comes into play then.
Yeah, it's just going to be a great race. Yeah. So really looking forward to the Diamond Classic, and then the Pearl Classic's going to be an absolute cracker as well.
Certainly is.
The following week. So looking forward to that. So Morts, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck, and thanks everyone for listening. Until next week, it's bye for now.